this thing. You know what? I forgot to connect to the internet. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's see if I got just a couple of places real quick, okay? Because I know that there are some people ready for this, ready to talk breakdowns, okay? So let me know when you guys are jumping on. Tell me hi. Tell me your goal for this month. I am so excited to talk to you guys tonight. Kathleen, Babs, Rachel, Phyllis, hi. Okay, I'm going to let you guys jump on for a couple seconds. And while you're doing that, I'm going to share this to some of my ladies that wanted to hear about this. So give me a second. But as you're jumping on, how was your day? What did you guys do? What did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Anybody do anything fun? Dina, Orange. Oh, hey, Crystal. Hi, Courtney. Okay, let's see how we can make this happen. Sometimes this works for me and sometimes it's really weird when I try to share it. So if you're watching the replay of this, first of all, hashtag replay. But skip ahead a minute because what I'm going to do right now is I'm letting everyone jump on. If you've jumped on, say hi. Hi, Amy. And how am I going to share this? Hold on. This is being weird on my computer. Do I have a beauty in here that can share it to Beauty Bells? If anybody can share this to Beauty Bells, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to share this from my computer, which I don't normally do. So let's see if I click on it. Oh, now we can hear me. It's so weird because I can like see myself. That's some weird stuff. That's weird. Okay, let's see. Maybe share here. We can do this. Share in a group to Beauty Bells. Who else do we hi? Hi, Melissa. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, guys, make sure you're sharing this to your team page because we're going to break it down. Gonna break it down. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to share this once. We're going to share it twice, and then we're going to get started. Share. Savannah, that is so funny. Savannah, okay, so my son just made us put on this new song, which I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not yet, but it's called like Havana, and it's like something about Havana, na na na, and it's all stuck in my head now. But it was funny because, so I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm sitting here with that stuck in my head, and I'm like, Savannah, na na. Hi, Mary. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Bridget. Okay, guys, I'm going to share some pretty cool stuff with you, okay? This is stuff that's going to help us promote. It's going to help us build our business. It's going to help us succeed, okay? This is for anyone, okay? This could be for someone that's trying to promote right now. This could be for someone that's not really going for a color promotion right now, but wants to build their business so that they can go for one soon. This could be for someone looking for some extra la 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 la. Hi, Jordan. Okay, this is for anyone, okay? Hi, Amber. Anyone, okay? Anyone. So I'm going to send a quick message to my circle girls because they know I got their back tonight, and then we're going to get started. This is something that it's just something that we have to take advantage of right now, okay? We have to take advantage of this. We have an amazing opportunity right now. Melanie just gave us an amazing tool. Corporate just gave us an amazing tool. And I have to make my screen brighter because I can't see you guys. There we go. I can see you. I can see clearly now. Okay, when I get pumped up, I start singing and I can't sing. So just be like, stop, Jen. Give us the info, okay? Sounds good. Sounds good. 300 from Yellow. Get it, girl. Okay, so we have awesome tools right now. Corporate just handed us a special promotion that they are doing that's going to help us in our businesses. And you might think, okay, they put some collections on sale for 20% off. How is that going to help me? Let me tell you how that's going to help you. That's going to help you because when you have discounted items, People that have been, maybe eventually, oh, that blush she's wearing looks pretty, but I don't know, they're going to jump, okay? They're ready. They're ready to go. They've been hem-hawing. They're ready to jump because you're giving them the in with a discount. And guess what's going to happen is with this discount, you now have a new customer that you wouldn't have had. And you're going to keep track. Listen, guys, key and fortune is in the follow-up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take what I do, but you're going to make sure that these people that end up purchasing from you because of your breakdowns end up becoming customers for you. People that you follow up with, that you're constantly talking to, okay? That you build a rapport with and you thank and that you follow up with, okay? So these people should end up in your VIP. These people should end up, I want some lip gloss. These people should end up in your VIP. These people should be part of your inner circle now, okay? So we're going to expand our network. We're going to expand our customer list. How are we going to do that? Breakdowns, okay? Breakdowns. Sorry, one sec. You guys ever mean to do something before you do something and then forget to do it before and so you do it during? Okay, so let's talk breakdowns. Breakdowns. So we just found out that corporate has announced 20% off of 4 of our collections. That is huge because these collections are now over 30% off retail value, okay? And I want to, excuse me, I want to talk to you guys tonight about how to use corporate discounts that they are offering or corporate incentives that they are offering to pass along to your customers to gain PRS, to help your team gain PRS, and to overall advance your team members and, of course, your company, yourself, okay? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. In this specific example, tonight, we just found out that corporate put 4 of our collections 20% off, which means the products in there are over 30% off because these collections were already 20% off. Now, you might think 20 plus 20 plus 40. It doesn't. It's 20% off plus 20% off of that. So it's a little bit less than 40, but it's still an amazing discount. This is the time to let customers or people that aren't customers yet that have been thinking about purchasing certain items jump on it. This is how. And once they want one product, it's like a gateway. It's like gateway makeup, right? They get one thing in their hands and they want more, right? So we're going to use this to our advantage by breaking down the collection and distributing it across everyone. So we're going to break it down and distribute. And there's a couple different ways that we can do that, but my favorite way is to break down a collection and have like a massive flash sale. So listen, here's my disclaimer. Do not do flash sales only in your business. I want everyone to type that to me right now. I want you to type to me, I will not only rely on flash sales, okay? Because that's no way to build an actual business. This is a way to boost your business. This is a way to get ahead in your business. It's not the way to build and sustain it. You need to book, sell, sponsor. Book, sell, sponsor, okay? But flash sales are an awesome way to complement that, to boost your business to the next level, okay? So if you're doing those other things, this will help. Yay! Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, so now that I have your promise that you're not going to just rely on flash sales, we're going to talk about how to do one with the collection breakdowns. So first things first is you have to break down the actual collection. Here's the good news, okay? You have math nerds on this team, on your sideline, on your upline, that will already break down the numbers for you. So you don't have to do it, but let me teach you a really quick lesson on how you would do that if you wanted to. So let's say I have a collection, right? So I have a collection that's worth a certain amount. The certain amount that that collection is worth is the value of all the products in that collection. That collection is on a discount, right? So let's say that collection is 20% off, just in general, right? So if I have 20% off of a collection, that means that each individual item in the collection is going to be 20% off its retail value. So the number one way to break down a collection is to find out what the total cost of the collection is and the total value, like the retail value of the collection is. What's that discount of the collection, okay? And then you apply that discount to each individual item. Now here's the cool thing. I can post these in here. Adriana might have already posted them because there's been a lot floating around, but a lot of people have already broken these down. So you don't necessarily have to do the math already. You can always feel free to ask your upline, okay, for the math breakdown. And I don't want to spend too much time going into that. I want to talk to you guys about what to do once you have the breakdown. So right now we have 4 collections that have an extra discount in them. And I want to talk to you guys about how to use that to really break it down further and get products in people's hands so that you have new customers and so that you have more PRS. And let's talk Cancun, guys. Bonus points for parties. Can you guys hear the music? It is totally distracting me because it sounds like a party downstairs that I'm missing out on. FOMO. But also, you guys know, if you have a qualified party of $200 right now, you're going to go to Cancun. You're going to get trips to Cancun, oh my gosh, guys, points towards Cancun. Listen, I'm speaking into the universe for you guys. You're going to go to Cancun. You're going to get points towards Cancun, 500 points for every qualified party, right? So use that to your advantage right now, because if you're going to do what I'm saying and do a flash sale, guess what? You break that up into multiple parties, and guess what? Multiple 500 points, okay? That stuff adds up. That adds up, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I have this broken down into 11-ish steps, okay? Number 1 is to do or get the math, okay? We just talked about that. If you can't do the math yourself to break down what each item is individually, then I want you to reach out to your upline or go into your team pages and ask for the breakdown. Somebody will have it, okay? I will post it after this. I've broken it down into different prices, okay? So I've broken down the 4 collections that are on extra discount. They have the regular retail price, then they have the collection price. That's the price that if you sell each item individually in that collection for that price, you're going to get the full price of what that collection is going to cost you. Okay, so if a collection costs $100, which they're all a little bit more than that, but let's just say if a collection costs $100 and you have 4 items in that collection for $20 each, then that's your $100, okay? So you're going to collect the $20 for each item, order the collection, and then ship it out. I'm going to break this down further, so don't get overwhelmed yet. But you want to get the math, okay? So once you know what each item should cost, you will want to apply that to having either a flash sale or doing like mystery bags or something like that. We're going to focus on a flash sale right now because that's the step 1 part of this, and then we will go from there, okay? So step 2 is I'm going to tell you guys, there's so many different ways to do this, okay? I'm going to tell you what works for me because that's what I know. I know what works for me, and I'm passionate about it, and I enjoy doing it, so that's what I'm going to teach you. So what I do is, listen, we all have VIP groups, right? And that's where we collect our customers. But that's not where I'm doing my flash sale. I'm going onto Facebook, and I'm going to that little, up in the right-hand corner, that's the little, like, lines. And you click them, and then I'm scrolling down till I can find events, clicking on events, and then I'm creating an event, just a separate event. And it's going to be a private event because I'm doing sales, so it can't be a public event. It has to be private. And I'm going to create a private event. And what I do is I normally have I go on WordSwag or something and just make a cute picture for whatever the name is, right? And I upload that as the image for the event. And then I type up a cute little description. I'll read that description, you guys. Hold on. Let me bring this up. So I have mine set up for this breakdown. So mine is called, it's my brand, and then flash sale and giveaway, farewell collections. And we'll talk about the giveaway parts in a second. So I have to put my glasses on because I'm blind. Okay, so the description I wrote is this. Basically better than Black Friday prices. They only give me tools to do this once or twice a year, so it's time to stock up. And over $200 in free makeup will be raffled off too. So listen, for me, I have YCash stashed up. You guys don't have to do a $200 giveaway. You can make it like a mystery hostess, which is what I'm doing. Like I'm estimating based on the past how much YCash I'm going to get, and that's basically what I'm estimating I'm giving away. You could even start it at like 0 and say all the hostess rewards are going to someone, but you have to make sure you have more ways to enter than just them purchasing, okay? That's really important, but we'll talk about that. So I said over $200 in free makeup will be raffled off too. And that's just makeup from my YCash and the YCash I'll be earning from doing these parties, that party links that I'm going to do to buy these products. I said deals will be posted blank, so whenever you're going to post the deals, and they can be claimed through blank whenever you're going to let them claim through. So for me, they're available Friday to Sunday. And shipping is, so I'm breaking down the details, okay? So they have no questions. Shipping's flat $3.50 unless you, and then I normally give them free shipping if they spend over $75 with me. You can do whatever you want there, but I do $3.50 shipping because that's what the post office is charging me right now, is $3.50. Now they might charge me a little more if it's a heavier package, but sometimes I'm okay with that because if it goes over that, then I end up just writing it off on taxes. Okay, so you want to set up that event, and that's basically how you're going to set it up. Number 3 is you're going to invite people. And here's the cool thing. Okay. Inviting people. This is my favorite part because it's gotten so easy. And once you set this up like once or twice, it becomes so easy. You can invite up to 500 people to this event. Okay. What I do is if you go on a computer or if you go on your phone and you set it to like the desktop site, so you don't want to be on the mobile site of it. You want to do like the desktop site. If you do that and you click invite, you will have this pop-up come up. And it's more than just like a list of names, okay? If it's just a list of names, you're not doing it right. You have to either be on desktop mode in your browser or you have to be on a computer to do this. And what I do is I click invite, and it literally on, like, it brings up the invite box, and it literally on the left-hand side of it says invite people from past events or from groups, right? So my first step is I go to groups on the left-hand side, and I click my VIP group, and I click on the VIP group, and it brings up everyone, and I click select all, and I invite everyone from my VIP group. Next, what I do is I go to my past events, my recent past events, and I repeat. I look at all my past events that I've done, like my makeup socials, my past flash sales, stuff like that, and I click on select all, and then I click invite. And what happens is I end up almost, so I'm strategic with this, I almost max out my invites. I only do that until I get to 450, okay? Only till I get to 450. And one of the ways, like once you build up a lot of people invited to your events, one of the ways to really drill down to make sure you're getting like the quality people is before you select all that were invited, select all the people that went, okay, to the event. Because when you click on your events, it'll give you like these little tabs. It'll say what, like attended and invited. Do the attended tabs first and then go back. And I do my most recent all invited, okay? And then that will invite everyone. And I do that till I get to 450 people invited. And the reason I leave 50 open is because of the steps in the future that we're going to talk about. But just in case other people, based on the marketing that I do for my event, if other people want invited, then I still have room to invite people. I don't want to completely max it out, okay? So that's what I do. If, I would say like once, I'm really hot. Once every 9 months maybe, I might really look at that list of people that I've been inviting. And if I've been inviting the same people all the time and the same people are accepting and nobody new is accepting, I might switch it up. And I might go into my friends list instead. I might invite all the people that went and attended, and then instead of selecting all on past events, I might go look at my friends list now and start inviting some new friends so that they can have the ability to accept the invite. Number 4, I'm going to make my first 2 event posts. And sometimes I do this before I invite people even, because that way when they accept the invite, it's already there. But honestly, sometimes I wait till I get a couple people invited because it's going to notify them when I post. And I've had mixed results doing it before and doing it after. So it's kind of a personal preference. But I make my first 2 posts. So the first post is going to be a post about the giveaway that I'm doing. It's basically going to say what the giveaway is because it's going to get people excited. What's in it for them, right? Why should they come here? Why should they come? Because I'm giving away some awesome makeup, okay? So I post whatever that giveaway is, guys, and it could be YCash, it could be go on go to the dollar store and get like a goodie bag and fill it with a little bit of makeup and some other goodies and call it a goodie bag. I don't care what you give away, you just give away a liner, right? But I always do at least some type of a giveaway. Some are bigger than others. So that's my first post, and my second post is some type of post about inviting friends, and it has to do with the giveaway too. So what it'll say is something like, bonus entries to that giveaway I just told you about, whoop whoop. And it'll have 2 steps to it. Step number 1 is invite 10 friends. Every time you invite 10 friends, you get another entry, but you also have to do step 2. Step 2 is commenting on this post with A, how many people you invited, and B, something interactive. So because it's Valentine's Day right now, my interactive post for mine was comment with the number of friends you invited and also tell me what your favorite date night is. And then that, first of all, helps you build relationships because once people comment, you want to start replying to their comments. Like they say, I invited 15 people and I love bungee jumping. And you're like, oh my gosh, I never tried bungee jumping. Thanks for inviting your friends. And you're going to do that for every person that responds. Okay. Number 5 is you're going to create some type of a tracker or a notebook. So your tracker can be in a notebook or a spreadsheet. I use spreadsheets. Sorry, I need to sip. Okay, so I do my tracker in a spreadsheet, and I'm going to show it to you guys, or I'm going to maybe read it. I don't know if you guys can see it from here or not. But then you can do this in a notebook. You can just do the same thing. You just make columns in a notebook and write it out. So in my spreadsheet, it's going to say the first column is going to be what the collection is. The second column is the item. So 3D lashes, blush, etc. And so obviously I'm going to start with one collection, write that out, move on to the next collection, write that out. And what I do is I plan how many collections I'm going to do based on how many people accept my invite. And I normally try to say, okay, if 20 people accept my invite, I expect half of them to purchase at least one item, right? So then I say I'm going to go for 10 items. So like maybe 2 collections, right? Knowing that and I'll talk to you guys about this, knowing that I might be able to fill in the overfill with other activities. And then what I do is I go in, so column 1's collection, column 2 is item. Column 3 is regular price, column 4 is collection price, okay? If I'm in a spreadsheet, I'll write out like what the discount is too. You can do that on a notebook. Like, you know, if it's $12 or 41%, whatever that discount is, because I like to tell people like how much they're saving. Because a lot of the times when people hear how much they're saving, that really helps them like take the plunge. 41%, crap, I better do this now because I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it next, you know? So I also like to include that. Then what I do is I put the next column is claimed by, like who bought it. The next column is color, if applicable, obviously. The next column is their email address, then their mailing address. Then the next column is, have I invoiced them yet? So I just check, it's like a check mark, invoiced. Next column is paid. Next column is ordered. Next column is mailed. So I kind of fill these in as the party progresses, right? Once I send their invoice, once they pay, once I order the collection, so I know I ordered it, and who got what from which collection, right? And then once it gets to me, I know that I mailed it out to them. And then I have a follow-up column, so I know to come back and follow up with them. So that's your step 5, is to create a tracker so that you can keep track of what has and hasn't sold, because I'm going to tell you guys a little tip here in a couple minutes. All right. Number 6 is you want to make graphics, okay? So what I do is I look at all the items on my list and I start making graphics of what's available. So if I have 3D plus fiber lashes on sale for $19, then I'm going to make a graphic saying it's on sale for $19, it's normally this, you're getting this % off, and I normally put how many I have available. Depending on which collections you're doing, you might have more than one of those available, right? Because that's in more than one collection. And you guys have to play around with what works for you. You could either just break up one or two collections, or you could pick the same collection and break it up a couple times, right? So it's really what you think your audience wants. So another tip is when you're choosing which collections to break out is in my event, I will say what's on your wish list. Then I can get an idea of what people want. And then I know which collections to really focus on, right? Now, to make the graphics, you can do two different things. You can go on a computer and you can use canva.com. That's if you're like really into like graphic design and stuff and really like to do that stuff. The easy way is using your phone, or like the non-techie way, I guess. I can totally send you guys the example of the spreadsheet, yes. You could also like make a general background on like Word Swag or just like whatever, like a general background, and then use this app called PicsArt, P-I-C-S-A-R-T. If you use PicsArt, that lets you add like text and pictures all at the same time. You can like drag them around, and you can create this graphic with like the price that's on sale for, how much they're saving, and how many are available, right? And then you can just recreate on the background. So once I make my graphics, then I'm ready. So the next thing I do is I go live or make a post. Depends on your audience, guys. Some people like live, some people like just reading. I've polled my audience a few times and they like to read. So I typically post a rule post. And it just says, listen, here's when it starts. It sets all the expectations so they know. Here's when you're going to see the sales. Here's what you have to do to claim. Here's how you're going to pay. PayPal is normally what I do. Here's how, here's, when the invoice is due. And here's when I'm going to pick the winner, right? So it has everything laid out in this rule post. And I normally post that either the day before the event or the morning of the event if the event's at night. Then I do an interactive post of some sort to build up hype. A post that always gets them is post a picture of your celebrity crush. Like everyone loves that. I don't know, like it just gets me the most interaction. And the reason I do this is just to keep my event relevant, because I set up my event a day or two before it actually begins so I can build hype on my main wall and message people. And when I set it up a day or two in advance, they might forget. So instead of letting them forget, like the day before it starts, I'll do an interactive post like that. And then also what I do is everyone that I've invited gets a message from me. If you go into the event and you click the message guest button, you can go to the invited tab and click like select people. You can select 50 people at a time and it will send them an individual message, not a group message, which is amazing. And I normally just say something like, hey, gorgeous, I just wanted to let you know so you don't miss out. I'm giving away X and I have deals up to X% off in this event. Make sure you RSVP so you don't miss out, and let me know if there's anything on your wish list. And that gives them a direct link to the event. Whenever I do that, it always boosts the amount of people that RSVP going, because a lot of the times these events get lost in notification. So I use Messenger to reach out to everyone and let them know they were invited. Then you're almost there, right? It's time to do your event. So let's say it's event time. Now I go and every like 3 to 4 minutes, I post my sales. So these are the graphics that I've created for that spreadsheet or that list of all the items that are for sale. And I will post them 3 to 4 minutes apart. And guys, listen, be prepared to feel a little overwhelmed, okay? Because you might have people claiming things. You might have people asking questions about colors. One thing that I found that really, really helps me is if I have a product like lipstick or cream shadow and I know that there's colors to choose from for that, or there's options like the masks, then I have those ready. I either put the colors on my collage that I make about the graphic for the sale. I either already include those or I comment with the colors right after posting it. But be prepared for people to have questions, and don't get overwhelmed. People know that you're posting sales. So if you have to wait till you're done posting to come back and comment, that's okay. And don't be afraid to get in Messenger. So if someone comments and says, oh, I really like this, but I don't know what color to pick, message them. That's going to like create an even stronger relationship with that person. So be ready for that. Okay. So let's say you've posted all your sales. A couple of people have claimed items. Then what you do is I do a checkout post, and I say, okay, all the items are posted. They're available through X date to be claimed. First come, first serve, of course. When you're done claiming all of yours, comment done below. And then I know to reach out to this person that they're done shopping. And listen, I've already in step number 5. In step number 5, I already created my tracker. So as people are claiming things, I'm writing down who claimed what, right? Beside the product, or filling in on my spreadsheet. So when someone says they're done, I can look at what they claimed and I reach out to them and I say, okay, here's what I have. Is this correct? And they'll either say, yeah, or you missed this, or I have a question about this, right? And a lot of the times when I reach out to them that way, they add something on because they're like, oh, you know what? I'll take this too. And then I say, okay, what email address, when they say, yeah, that looks good, what email address and mailing address do you want me to use? And they will send me their email address, their mailing address. That gets put on my tracker, and then I send them an invoice. I use PayPal. Okay, you can use Square, you can use PayPal. That's all a personal preference as to what you want to use. And once they pay their invoice, of course, I order the collections. So my customers know that they have to pay their invoice within 24 hours or it gets canceled. You might have to say that up front if your customers haven't done this a couple times with you, right? So I always say, listen, if you don't pay in 24 hours, it gets canceled, because a lot of times I have people in line for these items. So once all the invoices are paid, I go ahead and order the collections. Now, here's what we're going to do, because we're smart for Cancun, is I'm going to try to order my collections in as many $200 parties as I can, okay? That's going to vary per person is how you can do this, but that's what you do. So I order the collections, and when they come, I break them out and I ship them off. I have cute little stickers that I put on that have my brand on it that you can get on vistaprint.com. And I just package it so it's coming from me, not necessarily unique, which is pretty cool too, because they get more in touch with my brand. Now listen, sometimes you have these flash sales and not everything sells, right? So maybe maybe there's 8 products in a collection and 7 of them sold and there's a product that didn't. You have a decision to make, right? You can either keep that product on hand and sell it in like a trunk sale later, or book yourself a vendor event. Listen, nothing in my trunk ever doesn't sell. Like, it always eventually sells. And I just make the decision to either put it in my trunk for later, or I use it for a gift or an incentive for someone to host a party, or I do mystery bags, which is basically where you sell bags for like $30 a pop. It's like an Ipsy bag, right? You go into your VIP. You can even do it as a follow-up to your flash sale. You can say, listen, all the items have been claimed. However, lucky you guys, I have $30 mystery bags available, and whoever wants them is going to get at least, 2 full-size products, 3 full-size, whatever you feel comfortable putting in, okay? Again, your mileage might vary here depending on what Y cash you have, what you already have on stock, what you're willing to throw in extra, right? But those extra products, if you don't sell a full collection, they can be put to use, guys. And what I like to do too is, if there's a lot of collections for me to choose from, a lot of the times I choose collections that I know have products that will eventually sell or I will use. So like a lot of the products have the brow palette in it. I use that thing. The Epic, the 3D, like I just make sure that I know that I can use the products in it, or they're going to sell, like guys, they're gonna. If you get a product on hand, you better believe yourself you're going to sell it. All you got to do is take a picture of it once it's here, put it on your main wall, and be like, look what I have on hand. Who needs it? And guess what? People are going to comment and want it because it's on hand. Let's see. Yes, the spreadsheet. How do I invoice so it doesn't charge you extra? So honestly, if you want to do that, you want to use Square and use their referral links. Different people have Square. And if you use someone else's referral link or get someone else to use yours, just to sign up, like they don't even have to use it. It will give you like $1,000 in free processing, meaning that you don't pay fees on it, right? So you can do that. I prefer PayPal. It just is what works for me. Because of that, I'm okay with the fees, also because I need tax write-offs. So the fees that come over on PayPal are tax write-offs. If you're really concerned about the fees, add them back into the prices, okay? So if PayPal, go look at whatever percent PayPal charges and add that percentage on like a sales tax, okay, to your invoices, if you're really concerned about it. But honestly, to me, it's not that huge of an amount, and I end up writing it off at the end of the year, and it balances out for me. But that's kind of like where I see it. But there's other options too, right, guys? Never use PayPal, or never use Facebook Messenger payments. My cat is shedding like crazy. That's one way to get your account flagged for selling on Facebook. But there's this awesome thing called Venmo. You could have your customers Venmo you if they trust you. It all depends on their trust level too. Because PayPal like guarantees them that you're going to send them something. So if you know someone really well, you could ask them to Venmo you money. And it goes, I don't think there's any fees on it. You could even ask people if they trust you to send you the product, to send them the product. You could ask people to send you the money on PayPal friends and family. So they would just log into PayPal and they would put your email address and choose friends and family, and that would have no fees as well. And you could just calculate what they owe you there. Okay, so let's see. I think that's everything, guys. Like, this is an amazing opportunity. Drop your questions, by the way. What other questions do you have for me? This is an amazing opportunity to boost your business, because by doing this, so a couple of the rock stars on my team, the rock star leaders, they have this saying, oh my gosh, am I going to remember it? Sacrifice the commission for the mission, right? Okay. So that's, if you're going for like a huge promotion, sometimes it's okay to give up a little bit of your commission for the mission of growth. And guys, I'm living, breathing proof. Trust me, I've more than made that back, okay? More than made that back over the time. But this is awesome because we don't have to sacrifice our commission for this, right? We have a tool given to us right now with 20% off these collections, are giving us amazing prices, and we don't have to sacrifice anything. We just have to put the effort forward. And what's going to happen is we're going to get new customers, and these customers might turn into presenters. They might just turn into loyal customers. But the amazing thing is you're growing your network. And it's on you to decide that you're going to follow up with these people afterwards and see how they love their products and ask them to do a party and ask and offer them the opportunity, right? So you have to take that in your hands. I just told you guys how to do a flash sale, and flash sales aren't all about the PRS. It's about what you do with them afterwards with these new customers that you get, right? Because remember, in step 4, I told you to have your friends and customers invite their friends. So you better be friend requesting them. Everyone that RSVPs yes to your sale better be getting a friend request. Okay, let's see. Sam, I love you too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Erica. So here's what I do, Erica. So some of these collections have some like the same items in them. So let's say I'm doing collection A and collection B, and they both have a 3D plus mascara in them. So I have 2 3D plus mascaras available. So when I make that post, because I have my list, I can see that. I say I have 2 available. what I tell my customers to do is, if you want this and it seems like both are claimed, comment anyways. Because sometimes, guys, and it depends on the timing of your sale, it depends on how it comes together, right? But sometimes you end up getting more people claiming things and you can sell a third collection, okay? So when people, let's say 2 people comment and claim, because I have 2 available. 2 people claim, they get it, right? 3rd person claims. If you know, people claim enough to do another collection, then I'll just give that person that. Worst case, what I do is I reach out to that person. I say, okay, listen, I see you claimed. Unfortunately, those 2 are gone at that price, but I can do this price. And I might give them like 15% off. But more often than not, I either have something on hand or I can collect enough for another collection. And listen, okay, so here, okay, 2 more quick tips. Guys, once I post everything and I go through the first round of what's been claimed, I go back to my event, and I make a summary post. And I say, oh my gosh, thank you so much, guys. It's been so amazing. I appreciate the support. For those that didn't get a chance to look yet, here's what's still left. And I put like bulleted items. 2 of these for this price, normally this. 3 of these for this price, normally this, right? And I normally can sell more from doing that. And then what I do is I go back and I go to, remember how I said if you go to your event and you click message guests, you can message guests individually, but all at one time. I go to people that RSVP'd going that didn't claim anything yet, okay? I don't send it to people that have already claimed something because obviously they're already looking. I go to people that haven't claimed anything yet and I say, oh, this cat hair. I say, listen, here's what I have left. I saw that you RSVP'd yes, that you were interested in the deals. I just want to make sure you didn't miss out because these are only available until they're claimed or until Sunday or whenever. And here's what it is. I give them the bulleted list and then they can comment back like in Messenger and claim the items. And then, guys, if I still have stuff from that hasn't sold, I post it in my VIP. So maybe I take an original graphic. Maybe I have 2 3D plus mascaras, right? One of them gets claimed in my event. So then what I do is I take that collage and I use PhotoGrid or PixArt or whatever, and I write an X over how many I have available, and I write how many I now have available, which is 1, and I post that in my VIP. Okay, so another idea is at the end, before I close everything out, I go on my main wall. Do not put the sale prices on your main wall, guys. Don't even say it's for sale. You can't even say it's on discount, okay? But I say this. Winky face. Guys, I have some of these, you know, I have the following. If anyone's been thinking about trying them, you might want to let me know because I have a secret. Something like that. That's definitely, you know, tiptoeing around the gray area, so be careful. But I normally, just mentioning the products, like, who's thought about trying this, you know, on your main wall? Kind of, put feelers out, like make it feelers, right? And leading up to your event, also do the same. Who's thought about trying Epic? And just put a picture of Epic on your wall. And when people comment, be like, listen, I'm having this killer, message them individually, not on your main wall. Listen, I'm having this killer sale on Friday. Do you want an invite? Because I can tell you that Epic is going to be, you're going to want to grab it. And they'll say yes, and you'll invite them. Okay, let's see. I think that's everything. You're welcome, Melissa. You're welcome, Judy. So hopefully, guys, this is helpful. Like I said, I'll jump in. I'll post the breakdown, and I'll post kind of what the spreadsheet looks like, too, so you guys can see it. And if you guys have any questions later, just drop them below, and I'll jump back on and answer, like on the little... Oh my gosh, Nicole, this cat is in all of my videos. Like, she will not even... But, like, right now, she's shedding like crazy, and so, like, there's all this hair flying in front of me. She's going to be so mad at me, but I'm going to put her down. Look, she won't let me. She's like, hold on to me for dear life. Don't let me go. Don't let me go, Mama. Okay. Gotta let you go. Okay, guys, thank you so much for having me, and I will, guys, seriously, like, use this to push momentum in your team. Teach this to your team for, again, Remember, I will not rely on these to build my business. But right now, use it for momentum. Use it for momentum because we have it, okay? Bye, guys.